Aman lived in a small village nestled amidst rolling hills. The village was a serene place where everyone knew each other and life moved at a gentle pace. Life there was simple, predictable. The villagers followed the same routines day in and day out, finding comfort in the familiarity. The villagers tilled the land, tended to their animals, and watched the seasons change. Each day was a mirror of the one before, filled with the same tasks and chores. Aman, however, was different. While others were content with their daily lives, Aman's mind wandered beyond the village. His eyes, often gazing at the endless sky above, held a faraway look. He would spend hours lying on the grass, watching the clouds drift by, imagining what it would be like to soar among them. He dreamt of soaring high, touching the clouds, and feeling the wind rush past him. The sky was his canvas, and he painted it with dreams of flight. Aman was captivated by the freedom of the birds. He would watch them for hours, their effortless flight inspiring his own dreams. Aman dreamt of flying, of breaking free from the confines of his small village and exploring the vast world beyond. Aman's dream, however, was met with skepticism and ridicule in the village. The villagers couldn't fathom how a simple farmer's son could aspire to soar the skies. They whispered behind his back, their words filled with doubt and disbelief. "A farmer's son, a pilot," they scoffed. "Impossible." They laughed at the very idea, finding it absurd and unattainable. To them, Aman's dreams were nothing more than childish fantasies. Their words, sharp as thorns, pricked at Aman's young heart. He felt the sting of their mockery, the weight of their disbelief pressing down on him. It was a heavy burden for a child to bear. He was told to keep his feet firmly planted on the ground, to abandon his lofty ambitions. The villagers insisted that he should focus on the life they knew, the life of farming and toil, to focus on what they deemed realistic. They believed that dreams of flying were for others, not for someone like Aman. They wanted him to accept his place in the world. Yet Aman clung to his dream, the whispers and laughter only fueling his desire to prove them wrong. He held on to his toy plane, looking up at the sky, imagining the day he would defy their expectations and soar above the clouds. One day, rummaging through the attic, Aman stumbled upon a treasure. It was an old, tattered book about airplanes. The pages, filled with diagrams and pictures, transported him to a world beyond his village. Inspired, Aman began collecting scraps from the village: wood, metal, cloth. He meticulously studied the book, his imagination taking flight as he painstakingly pieced together a model airplane. One evening, a fierce storm swept through the village. The sky darkened, and the wind howled like a wild beast. Trees bent and broke under the pressure, and houses trembled as if they might collapse at any moment. The villagers huddled inside their homes, praying for the storm to pass quickly. Aman watched in horror as his beloved model airplane, his dreams embodied, was caught in the wind and smashed to pieces. The airplane, which he had spent countless hours building, was now nothing more than a pile of broken parts scattered across the ground. Dejected, he sat amidst the wreckage, tears streaming down his face. The storm had not only destroyed his airplane, but also shattered his hopes and dreams. He felt a deep sense of loss and despair, wondering how he could ever rebuild what had been taken from him. As he began to clear the debris, his hand brushed against something small and hard. Curiosity piqued. He carefully moved the rubble aside to reveal a tiny object that seemed out of place amidst the destruction. It was a seed, seemingly untouched by the storm's fury. Aman held it in his hand, feeling a glimmer of hope. Perhaps, he thought, this small seed could be the beginning of something new, a symbol of resilience and the promise of a brighter future.